had pet wolves, and whenever we moved, we couldn't keep them because they're too destructive for the yard.
And they're too big.
And they're too big. And my mom wanted a dog that resembled the wolves, but were still manageable in a house with a smaller backyard.
With two
and
babies.
Kid-friendly and things like that. And that's whenever we came along Klee Kai.
And then entered Kika, which changed everything.
It depends. I think every dog is different.
It depends on the owner. If you spend the time to do the training, then they're going to pick up on it really easily. Nova is already crate trained and she's 11 weeks? Yeah, she's 11 weeks. She's crate trained. She sleeps by herself in her crate. I know that's not exactly the same thing, but if you're consistent, then they're going to catch up on it. Oh, loving. Very, very loving. They want to be with you all of the time. They are companion dogs, so they are going to need you. Whoa! She just jumped.
Yeah, and so just to add to what Alexis said, I mean, generally speaking, they are companion breeds. They want to be with their owners.
Good girl.
They can be social and outgoing, but they do require socializing, and that's why one of the things I always stress is make sure you socialize young. Start very, very young. And if you do, you're going to have an amazing companion. If you don't, then it's very likely that you could have a shy, more reserved Alaskan Klee Kai.
For males, I mean, as long as they're not all trying to be dominant, then it's gonna be okay. If you have one that's gonna be dominant and another one that thinks that he's the dominant one and they're gonna start fighting, it's gonna cause a problem. Also, if you're not going to neuter them, that could also potentially be a problem because of the more aggressiveness.
No, that's horrible for your dog's coat and skin. You want to bathe your dog maybe at most once a month. Right?
Yeah.
At most.
At most, once a month. They have, Klee Kai in general are very clean. They are very cat-like. They clean their own paws, and their undercoat is made to clean itself. Once anything, mud, dirt, whatever, dries up, it falls off. They don't have an odor, so really the only reason you would need to bathe them is if you really think that it's been a while. And you gotta get something that's not gonna harm their skin or their coat because they do have beautiful coats.
Talking about puppies, usually it's just teething if it's a puppy.
I'm sure it's puppy.
And
They'll
there's
grow
not
out.
really a whole lot you can do except maybe get them toys or chew bones and something that they can actually take it out on instead of your hand and your feet, because
Something that they're gonna stay interested in.
Yeah, because like these guys right now, like you might see like they're gonna be biting our arms and hands, but it's nothing bad yet. But as they get older, they outgrow it, and as
their teeth come in, and it's gonna be kind of bad for a little bit. But once you get, like Brayden said, get the bones, get everything to occupy them, and they won't chew on your hands as much as they will on a bone.
keep your things out of their reach as best as possible.
Know your puppy. If you know that they're gonna steal something, don't let them get to it before you realize that it's gone. A lot of it is letting them know that that's not okay with you and that you're the boss. If they think they're the boss and they're gonna steal all your things and run away and all of a sudden you're missing a pair of shoes,
You need to treat them like a toddler because you wouldn't blame the baby for getting into something. You blame yourself for leaving something out that the baby can get into. It's the same thing. Yeah, I guess you would call them rare because I think that most legitimate breeders are shooting for all colors except for white. Yeah, I guess you could call them rare.
the whites are more of
They don't fit the breed standards.
That's what I'm looking for. They don't fit the breed standards, so a lot of breeders try not to get them. They do genetic testing to see if their breeding dogs have the white gene. So if you breed 2 dogs that have the white gene, you could possibly get whites. It's not for sure that you would get a white if you bred 2 white gened dogs, but it is a possibility. So a lot of breeders try not to do that.
Any toys like this with the long arms and the crinkles, the dogs love, especially the puppies.
But they can tear them up easily.
That's true. Or this caterpillar over here, which you guys can't see. This caterpillar right here, we've had these for over a year now, and the dogs love them. Especially the girls, like they love to just run around with them. And if you have multiple dogs, they like to play tug of war with those. Honestly, just toys that have different sounds, toys that are all different.
Oh, squeak the cat, the side. So that's a different sound than this. And it's also a different sound than the crinklies, so they love all the different sounds and they have to get used to the different sounds, but durable-wise, I would say Kongs.
Yep.
Kongs are gonna be the way to go. Also, these guys. We just got these, I don't know, where did you get them, Mom?
They're called Star Marks, and they are on my website, and they're from Petco.
And then you just buy the inserts, and you slip them in there, and they eat the insert, and the outside is hard rubber that they can't chew up. So those are really good, and they love those. Stick to the dry. If you give them wet, they're going to get spoiled, and they will never eat dry food again. It comes to be a problem once they get the special food and realize that, oh, if I just don't eat, then you'll give me this stuff. And this stuff is way better. So stick to the dry. Sometimes they don't like a certain flavor of food, at least with our food. We have salmon and chicken and beef, and if some dogs don't like certain flavors, so it could be that. Crate.
Great.
You want the crate to be a punishment, but you also want it to be a safe space. I know for us, our dogs love their crates, but when they're misbehaving, at least Rue, she'll hop a fence and all of a sudden she's standing at the back door. We put her in her crate and she learns real quick that, oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then she's crying in her crate, and if you don't respond, they realize, oh, maybe I did something wrong.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Until then, bye.
Bye.